American military presence in the Baltics has been reinforced in response to the Russian military exercises held on both sides of the Sawatki Gap in Kaliningrad and Belarus. With more than 40,000 military personnel involved, ships, tanks, planes, and helicopters, it's the biggest military exercise ever held in the region. Camp Herkus, the new permanent U.S. base in the region, is at the epicenter of tensions as U.S. and Russian military exercises are held simultaneously less than 20 miles away from each other.
The need for the permanent deployment...
Good morning, Commander. So, have you seen me on the news? Everyone's talking about this exercise. It's not every day you see such a display of power. Reminds me of Desert Storm in '91. Ah, the good old days. Anyway, Major Williams, how are the preparations coming along?
The men are ready, General. We can begin the exercise.
All right then, showtime.
Oh, one last thing, General. A special diplomatic envoy sent by Washington has demanded to meet you. Counselor Miller?
Of course it's Miller. No military demonstration in the world is complete without this vulture showing up. His stupid face is the last thing I want to see today. So let's go. We're on a schedule. Miller keeps calling and won't give me a break if I don't throw him a bone. Go pick him up at his hotel and take him for a tour, Commander. Show him around the base, do whatever you want, as long as you keep him out of my hair. And take Williams with you. No offense, but she's more talkative than you.
Well, Commander, I guess we're the bone then. Miller's hotel is on the way to the training area. Let's hope he's in a better mood than the General.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Copy. Relocating. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Moving there now.
There are units from all three Baltic states regrouped here. Lithuanian artillery, mechanized infantry from Latvia, as well as reservists and armored vehicles from Estonia. They have different equipment, different tactics, speak different languages. Creating an interoperable force in this region is a real headache. Counselor Miller, I am Major Williams. It's a pleasure to have you with us. The commander and I will show you around on our way to the general. Please hop in.
Well, it's about time. Let's go. Take me to the training ground first. I need to make sure that our equipment is showcased in the best possible conditions.
The exercise is about to start, so you will be able to see for yourself. But I didn't know there was a show.
This whole exercise is for show, Major. A show of force for our potential enemies, but also an arms fair for our partners.
I see. And which partners are we trying to impress today, Counselor?
That's confidential. Just drive, Major.
This is the artillery training ground, Counselor. Here our soldiers practice fire mission procedures. The commander will make a demonstration for you.
Well, let's see how much time it'll take you to hit all these targets, Commander.
Mortar ready to engage, sir. Artillery moving out.
Sir, the vehicles must be kept on the shooting platform for safety reasons.
Mortar ready to fire. Mortar available, sir. Who needs support?
Well, we don't have all day, Commander. Will you manage to hit or target or not?
Dispersion increases with distance. That's why more rounds are needed to hit targets located further away. Smart munitions don't have this problem. They are much more accurate and can correct their trajectory to hit a target designated by a laser.
Roger. Fire coordinates received. Mortar ready. Send coordinates. We set up here.
As you can see, our latest battlefield management interface enables extremely responsive fire missions.
It was I who sold that concept to Congress. Glad to see it works in practice, too.
Personal carrier here.
So how is your hotel, Counselor? I've heard it's quite fancy.
Apart from the fact that I was woken up every 20 minutes by helicopters passing right over my head, it was lovely. Hey, why is the radar of this Patriot turned off?
It's the standard procedure to keep the radar turned off by default, to keep the unit mobile and avoid destruction by anti-radiation missiles. They can still use their backup tracking systems to target aircraft, But in this mode, their detection and engagement range are limited.
Then switch this radar on, Commander. Let's see how far target practice drones can be detected and engaged. Wow, the range of these missiles is impressive.
The efficiency of the radar depends on the altitude of the target. Low-flying aircraft are harder to detect, and helicopters cannot be targeted at all as they fly below the minimum detection altitude of the radar. That's why short-range air defense, SHORAD, is needed to complement long-range surface-to-air missiles.
Already there.
A fine demonstration of our firepower, Commander. The message is clear.
Someone
No
called for a
country
cab?
equipped with our anti-aircraft
Pedal to the
systems
metal.
need worry about its airspace being violated.
This is the tank firing range. A platoon of M1A2 Abrams is ready for the demonstration. Tank armor is much stronger on the front than on the sides. The training of our crews consists in maneuvering to engage the enemy from the flank while minimizing the exposure of their own flanks. Tanks carry different types of rounds. Explosive rounds to engage infantry and lightly armored vehicles, and armor-piercing rounds to deal with highly armored targets. Explosive rounds are equally effective at any distance, but the penetration of armor-piercing rounds increases the closer you get to the target. You should move closer to the targets to demonstrate the increased penetrating power of the kinetic ammunition, Commander.
Abrams here. Combat ready.
Very well. Now, can you send as many targets as possible? Let's see what a Soviet invasion of Europe would have looked like.
Heavy cab ready to rumble.
Our tanks benefit from good reverse speed, which is not the case with Russian-designed tanks. This allows us to move backward to avoid being overrun, while maintaining our powerful frontal armor facing the enemy. Well, this is it. 70 tons of American diplomacy.
You mean 70 tons of a diplomatic nightmare? I had explained to the Lithuanian government why they needed to reinforce all their road bridges from here to Poland to support their weight.
Roger, we're off to
Sure,
Mike.
but when they arrive, nothing stands in their way. And how was your flight, Counselor?
Completely unremarkable. You know, I spent half my life in the air, so the only surprises would be finding snakes on the plane, flying the thing myself, or reaching my 60s without getting cancer. Helicopters are impressive machines. Boy, are they noisy.
Our pilots are ready to take off. Do you want to hop in for a ride, Counselor?
Certainly. It'll be a nice change from those little private helicopters that fly like cabs.
Transport ready. Cargo helicopters can transport
transport troops and supplies, but also vehicles as long as their weight allows it. One of our vehicles broke down during a maneuver exercise. Let's go and recover it with our helicopter. The hooks are in place. Now let's drop it off at the repair station.
Chinook, reporting in. Already there. Roger that. On our way to the DZ. The vehicle has been unloaded. The mechanics will get it back in working order. How about a little target practice now, Counselor? Get behind one of the machine guns, and we'll put you in range of some targets to shoot at.
But I have never fired a machine gun before.
Don't worry, it's very simple, and I'll be here to help.
Coordinates received.
Here we go! Bum-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, get some! Woo! Yeah! Get some! Get some! Yeah!
Pretty impressive for someone who's never shot before.
That must be a natural.
All the targets are down. Let's head back to the helipad.
Awaiting mission.
I've not had that much fun in a long time. You sure know how to entertain, Major.
Flight plan confirmed.
You should come work with me. With you by my side, getting those contracts signed would be a breeze. Plus, you wouldn't have to work with this grumpy old man anymore.
Thank you for the offer. At the moment, I'm tied to my current assignment.
I see. Well, think about it.
Humvee ready. Roger, moving out.
This is the ATGM shooting ground. It stands for Anti-Tank Guided Missiles. They travel slower than tank rounds, but have a greater range. Their use is therefore preferable when the line of sight is unobstructed.
Yeah, I know that. Send the targets. Let's see that in practice.
In absence of a specific command, the gunners communicate their targets to each other. If a missile is already in flight, the other gunner will give priority to another target. That way, no missiles are wasted.
It's a pleasant surprise to see I'm not the only one worrying about the taxpayers' money here.
The range of the missiles can be superior to the detection range of the unit, so they generally work alongside recon units. The gunners are trained to switch targets mid-flight if the initial target disappears or if instructed to do so. This is particularly useful as the long flight time of the missile can give time to the enemy to take cover or activate their smoke dischargers.
I hope you use the old TOW-2A for this demonstration. The new Top Attack TOW-2B costs twice as much, so using them against anything other than a tank is a waste of resources.
Don't worry, sir. We use special training ammunition, both cheaper and less hazardous than regular ammo during exercises. By the way, Counselor, where do you and the General know each other from?
We were friends once. Good friends, actually.
Oh, and what happened?
Can we just not have this conversation, please? When do we get there? I see nothing happening here. What's going on?
It's a good sign, sir. Our troops are exercising their camouflage skills here. They try to reach the target area undetected by staying away from the hostile patrols, staying in cover as much as possible, and sprinting to move across open areas faster. Recon units are specially trained and equipped to remain as discreet as possible. They have a reduced visual, thermal, and electronic signature that makes them harder to detect.
Electronic signature? So they refrain from posting geolocalized selfies during the mission? Impressive.
Sniper team, at your orders, sir. We move in silence. On the move. Stealth mode. Sneaking in. Copy. Infiltrating. Infiltrating. Copy. We're moving in silence. Walking like ghosts. Moving silent. Go, go, go! Moving quietly. Infiltration underway.
Well, well. Looks like we have hide-and-seek champions.
Humvee standing by. Copy. Relocating.
What's being built here?
Nothing. This is the close-quarter training area. Infantrymen use these buildings to simulate urban combat. The rules are simple. We try to capture their sector, and they try to capture ours.
Sounds good. Let's see what you're made of, Commander.
Our troops are ready to be called as reinforcements, Commander.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Infantry weapons have varying ranges and efficiencies. Long-range support weapons usually require the unit to be static, while short-range assault weapons can be fired on the move. Assault weapons are also more effective once in range, and can be used to breach buildings held by enemy units.
All bullet catchers, disembark!
Ranger standing by!
Vehicles can provide excellent fire support, but are vulnerable to infantry anti-tank rockets. They must therefore be kept out of their range as much as possible. interfaces, which makes them less efficient. There are 2 levels of stress expressed by a blinking orange or red color on their label. When a unit is low on ammo or heavily damaged, it's preferable to send it back to base rather than abandoning it to its fate. Units sent back to base become available again sooner, and you'll receive a bonus of requisition points proportional to their condition.
Rangers in combat, requesting orders! Here's our ride! Let's head in! Striker ready for combat! Striker reporting in! Striker ready for action! Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Someone call for a cab? Rangers under fire! What are your orders? Striker ready! Weapons team at your orders. Rangers ready for action! Pedal to the metal. Heavy weapons team engaged in combat! Hooah! They got us surrounded again, the poor bastards! Pedal to the metal. Move to this building! Rangers in combat, awaiting command! Run as fast as you can! Personal carrier ready! Rangers here, we're under fire! Rangers here, we're engaged! Rangers in combat, what are your orders? Move, move, move! Weapons team in combat, send your orders! Come on, move in that building! They got us surrounded again, the poor bastards! Rangers in combat, send your orders! Rangers here, we're in combat! Rangers in combat, what are your orders? Rangers here, we're engaged! Rangers engaged in combat! Rangers under fire, what are your orders? Rangers in combat, awaiting command! Rangers in combat, requesting orders! Move! Watch your spacing! Get your head out of your point of contact and move out!
Well, that was a good show, Commander. But it demonstrates one thing. Our allies are not ready at all to defend themselves. Had it been the Russians in front of them today, they would have been slaughtered.
Failure is part of training, sir. They're only reservists. They will continue to drill.
Someone asked for a ride? Already there.
Was Bennett's staff your first assignment, Commander? What about you, Major?
Yes, sir. It's been 5 years now.
Well, you didn't draw the winning ticket with him as CO. He was sidelined a long time ago, and you won't be able to advance your career if you stay attached to that sinking ship. What's going on here?
Some of our vehicles broke down, apparently. Thanks to the diagnostic system integrated into our vehicles, we can easily identify which part is damaged.
We cannot let that happen. Not today.
Don't worry, sir. We have the necessary supplies to repair them. The commander will call a cargo truck from the support group and make sure they bring a big load of supplies with them. As soon as the supplies are unloaded next to the vehicles, the crew will handle the repairs automatically.
Heavy transport here, send traffic. Brinker 1-9, who needs supplies? Rolling on double nickel. I got my ears on, go ahead. In the line, all out, please. Hey, check out this Rooster Cruiser they gave me. Big road is ours. On the road again.
The vehicles are now fully operational again.
Perfect. Now let's move on. That's all well and good, but I'm not here for these trifles. I've got a major fighter jet contract to attend
Armored
to.
transport, stating volume.
So here's the real showstopper. I want you to demonstrate its air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities for our guests.
Take a seat, Miller. I'm in charge here.
Ah, General. I was wondering when you'd come out of hiding. So, what's on the menu, Chef?
We'll start with a classic. Close air support with good old A-10s.
Yeah, like in '91, the good old days. You never change your record, do you?
Shut up, Miller! Commander, you will be leading this demonstration. Call in an A-10 and order it to destroy the marked targets. Planes must work in coordination with recon to target enemy ground units. The recon detects and identifies the target while the plane maneuvers to attack it.
Flight plan updated. Solid copy. Diving on target.
Whoa! The sound of that gun always gives me chills. It reminds me of well, whatever. Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Warthog, combat ready. Back to home plate.
Now call in a Harrier to make a bombing run.
Oh, great. Another old crate.
Inbound. Harrier, armed and ready. Attack vector confirmed. Ready to pickle. Harrier copies. Airstrike complete.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Fencing out.
that, Commander. Send in the F-15EX now.
Finally.
This plane is equipped with a laser designation pod and smart bombs. You mark the target with the pod, and the bombs will correct their trajectory to hit with pinpoint accuracy.
Solid copy. Air support mission inbound.
You see, making gun runs and guiding missiles is outdated. Now, you drop a bomb from as far as you can and you let it do the job for you.
Eagle here. Send mission. Over.
Well, let's try again with a moving target this time. And you'll see that a human is still needed to predict the target's trajectory.
Coordinates received. Commencing attack. Roger that. Strike area confirmed. Eagle ready. Airstrike is go for effect. Strike coordinates received. Rolling on the target area. Coming around now. Going for effect.
The target is still standing, Commander. Don't make us look like fools. We're here to demonstrate the capabilities of this plane, not your lack of competence. When you take one of these bombs on the face like that, the coffin they send back home doesn't weigh much. Believe me. Send in the second F-15, Commander. This time to demonstrate its air-to-air capabilities against drones.
We have potential buyers for dozens of these planes, so make sure these drones are shot down nice and clean, Commander.
Remind me, Miller, are we here to defend these people or to sell them weapons?
Selling them weapons means they can defend themselves. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I just make sure they buy from the right bait and tackle shop.
Drone destroyed. See to next target.
Engaging bandit.
Second target destroyed.
3 out of 3.
There's one more drone, Commander. Finish it.
Going hot. Standing by for instruction.
Great job, Commander. If we don't land a contract for a few jets after that, I'll be damned.
General, we've got a problem. I've asked confirmation from the airbase, and they sent 3 drones as planned, not 4.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me we scratched some civvies who can't read a map.
No, sir. The radar signature was definitely that of a UAV.
Well, in any case, that means trouble.
The Lithuanian government denounced a violation of its airspace and proposed its frontier with Belarus and Russia.
And place their troops on high alert.
The unknown object that was shot down during the exercise turned out to be a Russian drone. The official line is that it was shot down to prevent an air collision with our jets training nearby. But the Russians refused to go along with that story and maintained that it was flying on their side of the border.
But it was flying on the wrong side of the border, right?
Well, it was hit in the Lithuanian airspace, but ended up a few meters on the other side of the frontier. So, as you can imagine, they jumped on the occasion to create their own narrative. In any case, the Lithuanian government has closed their borders with Belarus and Kaliningrad until the end of the investigations. As a response, the Russians have placed all their troops at the border on high alert and sent a quote-unquote military convoy carrying humanitarian aid to Kaliningrad. They are approaching the town of Lazdishe as we speak.
And nobody thought about stopping them?
It's a tricky situation. The Lithuanians cannot block humanitarian convoys without breaking international treaties.
Humanitarian my ass. We can't let that happen. The so-called humanitarian convoy is like spitting in our face. Williams, what are our units in the area?
A striker company from 2nd Cav is training nearby. If they move at once, they should be able to intercept the convoy before it reaches the city of Lazdie.
This isn't much, but it'll have to do. Dispatch them immediately.
General, don't you see what's happening? The drone, the convoy, half the Russian army are on high alert on the other side of the frontier. This whole situation could very well be a false flag operation. If you rush into this convoy with blazing guns, this would certainly give them a justification for a strong military response.
They wouldn't dare. They're only testing our resolve. So we'll put ourselves in their way, make a show of force, and watch them go crawl back under their rock.
And what will you do if they don't stop?
The city of Lazdie is a vital crossroad to reinforce Lithuania. If they take control of it, we have no way to defend Vilnius in case of invasion. We cannot take the risk to let that happen.
Sir, Striker Company responded. They are already inside of Lazdie and are awaiting orders.
Thank you, Major. Let's go, Commander. We have a lot on our plate.
The convoy has been spotted a few miles down this highway, sir.
No time to lose, then. This crossroad is the last position where we can stop them before they reach the city. Send your troops there immediately, Commander.
Good copy. Next
The convoy is approaching. We're tracking its position with a drone.
Hurry up! Capture the crossroad before they reach it.
Remember, this is officially a humanitarian convoy, and unless proven otherwise, it must be considered as such. Act with extreme caution here, General.
Yeah, of course. Commander, make sure our troops are instructed to hold their fire and engage only if fired upon.
Armored transport, standing by. Copy. Fire only when fired upon. Prepare to engage. Striker here.
We are holding the crossroad, General.
Get your asses
They're
out of my
approaching
vehicle.
rapidly. Maybe they didn't see us.
Here, send
Shall we
your
fire a warning shot?
Troop transport.
Negative! Hold your fire and stay in the middle of the road. Show them we're here, and they'll back off.
Everyone, dismount. Hey, check out this rooster cruiser they gave me.
They stopped.
Cargo
It looks
troops
like they're
ready.
hesitating.
I guess they weren't expecting us.
Scouts at your orders, sir.
Come on, now is the moment of truth. Either they go back, or they try to pass in force.
Troop transport reporting in.
Look, they're moving back.
Thank God we won't have a war on our hands today. Congratulations, General. I have to admit, I didn't think it would be that easy.
No, wait. They turned left. What are they doing?
They're trying another
Someone
approach
else
to
for a ride?
bypass us. Commander, redeploy your troops on these crossroads.
standing by.
Show them we're not here by accident. Don't forget to
Armored
call
transport,
reinforcements. We'll need all the help we can get to cover all these crossing points.
First crossroad
Copy.
secured.
Relocating. Roger. Moving out. Armored transport reporting in. Roger. We're on the move. Striker at your command, sir. Roger. Moving out.
They've stopped again.
Troop transport, standing by. Striker here, go ahead.
Second crossroad secured, sir. Enemy soldiers have dismounted from the trucks and started moving in our direction.
Moving out.
We got positive identification
Roger.
of weapons.
Moving
I
in this
repeat,
waypoint.
PID of weapons.
Hold your fire! This is a game of chicken. Whoever shoots first takes the blame.
And whoever gets shot first dies.
Put that
Williams,
hammer
drop a
down!
bomb on the road in front of them as a warning. We must show where our red line stands.
Striker here, we're combat ready. Logistics ready.
Our drone has been shot down.
It's clear they're not coming to shake hands. You're authorized to engage, Commander.
Armed vehicles are detaching from the bulk of the convoy. They're moving up in our direction. Prepare for an assault.
Need some heavy firepower.
Establish defensive positions in the buildings near the crossroads on our flank, Commander. And make sure our troops are resupplied. If one of these positions is overwhelmed, fall back on the main crossroad and hunker down there. They'll scramble jets to provide fire support, but they won't be there before 30 minutes. Your orders are simple. Hold at all costs until they arrive.
Your men will never hold that long. If you have a pair of AC-130 guns in the area, I will demand they be rerouted in your direction.
We? Who are you actually working with now, Miller?
Just use the planes and don't ask questions. They will be there in about 10 minutes.
Pedal to the metal. Need supplies? End of the line. Everybody out. Heavy weapons ready. Scout team here. Go ahead. Establish a base of fire in that building. Fly truck ready to transport. Striker awaiting orders. Moving there now. Roger, moving out. Shift is over, heading back to base. Striker here! We're under fire! Technology here, send traffic. Catch you on the flip-flop. I'm RTB.
Be advised, Commander. A second wave of vehicles has forced the border and is approaching on the highway. They are accompanied by self-propelled howitzers this time.
Static defenses will be hammered by their artillery, so use the mobility of the strikers to avoid their fire.
Put hard on the pedal. Our vehicle took a hit. We need maintenance. Fighting vehicle here. We're under fire. Troop transport reporting in. Striker, ready for action. Moving out. Striker here. Go ahead. Roger. We're on the move. Smoke deployed. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Striker in combat. What are your orders? Engaging the enemy. Combat vehicle ready. What are you waiting for? Drive! Hit the gas! Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Fly truck ready to transport. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Here, beans, bullets, and band-aids.
A handful of Lithuanian units have arrived, and will hold the outskirts of the town on our left. Fall back on the main crossroad and hunker down there to receive the main Russian assault.
Vehicle heavily
Their artillery
damaged.
fires
Please
volley after
return.
volley without repositioning. Sadly, our mortars lack the range to provide counter battery without exposing themselves.
They're just asking to be beaten. Williams, contact the Lithuanian artillery battery that was training with the strikers. Those EZH-2000s will come in handy.
Anti-armor vehicle.
At once, sir.
Someone call for a cab? ATGM carrier in combat. Don't stay here. Orders. Personal carrier ready. Our vehicle can't take much more of it. Roger. Moving
Sir,
out.
the Lithuanian artillery responded. One of their platoons is already on its way. You can call it as reinforcement, Commander.
Fire. Requesting orders.
The situation is getting dire here, Miller. When are those planes coming?
Almost there. Just hold on a few more minutes.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Proceeding to next base of fire. Vehicle status is red. Move your asses, maggots! Come on, move out!
gunships are here to support you. Move them over enemy positions and enjoy the show.
Flying the coordinates. Striker here. Go ahead. Vehicle status red. Situation's hot. Defensive smoke. On ass. We're moving. Vehicle damaged. Requesting maintenance. Gunship here. Ready to strike.
Enemy units are pouring through the main crossroad. Eliminate them and retake it immediately.
AC gunship waiting target.
Our position is overwhelmed. Retreat into the city outskirts and use the gunships to repel the assault.
Artillery engaged. What are your orders? Get us out of here, driver. Get in that building. Set up a base of fire. Stay on the move. Artillery vehicle damaged. Requesting maintenance. Look alive. Rock up. We're moving. Already there. Moving out. Gunship ready.
The Russian troops seem to be falling back.
Roger, flying there.
Looks like they've had enough for today.
That was a close shave. The Stryker Brigade is in poor shape and needs to be withdrawn. But they bought us precious time to organize our next move. Congratulations, Commander.
No time for congratulations. Reports indicate Russian penetrations in all the main axes leading to the 3 capital cities of the Baltic states. So there you have it, General. Your long-awaited war.
Russian troops are pouring into the Baltic states through every checkpoint from Narva in the north to Vilnius in the south.
The Russians have threatened Europe with the use of nuclear weapons if they dare to get involved. The threat was effective. We've been left to fend for ourselves.
We won't be able to prevent the invasion of Estonia and Latvia, and could quickly end up bogged down in a long and exhausting war of attrition in Lithuania. We're far from home and on our own. Our expeditionary units can hit hard and fast, but will rapidly lose effectiveness.
Then our best chance is to seize a bargaining chip to negotiate with.
And what do you propose?
We take Kaliningrad.
I like it. We have enough forces in Poland and in the Baltic Sea to take the city and even the entire Oblast if things go well. I will prepare attack plans on strategic targets around the city.
Morozova.
Lena, my dear, can you tell me what the fuck happened to this whole humanitarian convoy operation, huh? I've just had a call from above, and they're not happy at all.
They opened fire on our troops, which was part of the mission's contingencies, and the mission was validated. We pushed them in a corner and forced them to show their true colors. Now the world cannot ignore the truth that they are the aggressors.
Lena, when will you learn? The world doesn't care about the truth. The truth is whatever the victor decides to tell when the war is over. So if I were you, I would make sure we are victorious, so you can tell your version of the story.
So, are we at war?
Not officially, of course. Declaring war is a thing of the past, yes? But this act of war cannot remain unanswered. We would lose face. Contingency Plan 57 has been approved and is now in immediate effect. You know what to do. I hope I can count on you.
Yes, of course.
One last thing. I've seen the request for your team. Take Battalion and the commander, whatever his name is. They make sense and the records are impeccable. But are you sure about Demidov? He's a goner.
Don't worry, I have my reasons. I am sure he will be up to the task.
Still good at motivating men, I see. But don't fuck this up, Lena. I won't be here to save your nice little ass if you do.
Mind your own ass, Mudak.
Chekalov's Naval Air Base, 5 miles northwest of Kaliningrad. This is our target. The city will be a tough nut to crack, so we need to seize key infrastructures to reinforce our logistic line first. So our objective is to capture this base with the runway intact. The 82nd Airborne Division is preparing for the assault, but the air defense of the base must be suppressed first. Planes equipped with anti-radiation missiles will open the way, and once it's done, the paratroopers will make their jump and establish a defensive perimeter. From there, we can airlift heavier equipment and begin the siege of the city.
Sir, the paratroopers are ready for the drop.
What about the escort?
F-16s, equipped with AGM-88 anti-radiation missiles, will open the way and suppress the enemy air defense.
And the rest of the planes I've requested.
Strike planes will be available as reinforcement as soon as the seed mission is over. A-10s to hunt enemy vehicles, F-35s equipped with guided bombs, and F-15s carrying cluster munitions in case large enemy formation.
Perfect. The Paras can't hold their own against...
We also have B-1B supersonic bombers on standby.
What's the point? Our objective is...
In case you failed, General, I prefer to see this base erased from the map rather than letting the Russians keep it.
There will be no failure. Let's go,
special tactics teams have located the anti-air missiles around the airfield. S-300 missiles and anti-aircraft guns can intercept missiles when their radar is active. The recommended course of action is to approach from low altitude and send a high number of seed planes at once to overwhelm them.
This is Zulu Liner 1-1 entering the AO. Jammers are on. Time to play him some music. Inbound. Close air support. Magnum, missile away. Radar destruction confirmed. On the hunt for radars. Radar spike and they're dead. Close air support inbound. Fighting Falcon standing by. Attack run complete. Turn it back. Viper combat ready. Flying NOE. Strike complete. Good effect on target. Line of coordinates. Roger, flying there. Looking for enemy radars. No more radar emissions detected. They're either destroyed or too afraid to turn them on now. Zulu Liner out. CAS, mission received.
Time to send in the airborne.
To airdrop troops, select a cargo plane in the
Capture the control tower at the end of the runway. We will use this elevated position as an observation post to call in airstrikes.
Hercules ready.
Infantry at your command, sir. Find some cover! Get in that building! Take
Our
that
position is now identified. The security forces of the airbase are probably already on their way.
Troops in combat, send your orders! Copy, we take that building.
The first objective is in our hands.
Enemy planes are trying to take off. Nail them down before they can escape. From now on, this is a no-fly zone for the enemy.
Infantry ready for action. Infantry engaged in combat. I want a base of fire in that building. Move the fuck up!
don't think any plane will try to take off after what happened to those three.
Run as fast as you're done!
Establish defensive positions, but as soon as you have the chance, push out toward the middle of the runway and take control of the buildings there. Our strike planes are ready to support you. Don't hesitate to call them as reinforcement.
Infantry reporting in. All ass! Regroup and move up! Infantry here, standing by. Infantry at your orders. Infantry good to go. Infantry ready for combat.
New course set.
The enemy attacks are coming from these barracks. Clear them to secure our flank.
Roger, strafing the area. New heading set. Munitions on target.
Helicopters are taking off from these helipads. Capture these hangars and nail them down.
I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit. Warthog standing by for target. Warthog, mission ready. Direct attack pattern confirmed. CAS, mission confirmed. Stealth jet here. Flight plan updated. I'm the ultimate ground pounder. Roger, standing by. Time attack confirmed. Under the radar. Radar hunter here. Let's play him some music. Seaplane here. New bearing set. I've taken flak. Plane is still up. It's a miracle.
have lost control of our defensive position at the end of the runway. Retake it immediately!
Cavalry is in combat. Gunner, engage target. Radar jammer activated. Seed blade, looking for radar. Humvee awaiting orders. Who called the cavalry? Hercules mission ready. Drone is online. Good copy. CAS is on the way. Fighting Falcon ready. All things shall be revealed. Check. Drone is damaged or malfunctioning. Request RTB. Cavalry here. Cavalry here. We're under fire. Wow. Instruments are all tits up, but she's still flying.
Fit for fight, sir. Check that building. On the double squad!
Our tank got hit. We're still operational.
We have a building to secure.
Changing course. Changing grid.
Ready for action.
Joint Strike Fighter at your command, sir. Rolling on the target area. Coming around now.
Infantry here, we are engaged. Get your asses in that building.
Panther standing by for target. Hard deck level. Thermals activated. They cannot hide.
Armored Cav is on the field. Gunner, new target front. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. Driver, move out. Full throttle. Driver, move out. Solid copy. Moving out. Armored Cav, ready to roll.
engaged in combat.